says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Dropping back, it's Mung. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Gators come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The Gators are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Going to swing it on second down. That's caught. It's Luna. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And that is a different collision. When you're trying to hit the tight end after he catches the football, this ain't a 185-pound wide receiver. Most of these guys, 240, 250, 260, try to go low, take out those ankles. And you see a lot of times that's when they hurdle or they're used to it too. But those big, strong athletes are...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
A run for the quarterback. And the good news for the offense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Second down. Looking left. It's caught. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
It's a really nice job making the play. And you think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years. But a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter getting open and making plays, too. It wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time recruits from high school at the receiver spot. This guy is no different. He has a chance to be the next great Sooner receiver.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they've dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game.
Turning it on. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Looking to fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The throw somehow fits it into a host of defenders. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there. Still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Sooners will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking the shot. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Leaves it with the back. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And I I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. Got the first down and more. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And you want to run the football, right? That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Mung. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
It's a scoreless game, but it feels like after that completion, that may finally break. It's been tough sledding for both of these offenses. That time, they had the matchup they wanted. They took the shot. Really nice throw. Maybe that's the play that generates the first points of this game.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I ain't settling for no field goal.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. From the gun. Dumps it off in the flats. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The Cavaliers have managed to tune out this crowd, and that's a reflection on the upperclassmen on this team. Not only are they tremendous players, they lead by example. And no surprise, here we are. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes the catch. It's busted. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, it's tough for the defense. The tight end's just so big and physical, and it's hard to drag him down. He only needed a few yards to get that first down. Defense will have to do a better job next time.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Bought a little time. Lets it go. He makes the grab. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10.
That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Throws for the tight end. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
So now it's second and long. Wants to throw. It's Mung. This time it's complete. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed.
There he goes. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Quick release on the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. It's on target and complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Looking for the goal line. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'll immediately call timeout. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Curse. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense at an empty set. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Barco. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught close to the marker. It's Curse. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Sooners are on the move. From the shotgun, the inside give.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every day. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On fourth down, going to the air. Looking deep. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. If they could somehow find their way into the end zone, a two-possession lead might feel insurmountable.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the tight end. Looking downfield, it's Mung. Moving away from pressure. He's got it inside the 30. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tough.
Breaks into the open. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the is effective.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last one.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The Cavaliers have managed to tune out this crowd, and that's a reflection on the upperclassmen on this team. Not only are they tremendous players, they lead by example. And no surprise, here we are. They're trailing by just 4 to Virginia. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. He's got it inside the 15. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They want to run it left here. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
But we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Finds a spot in the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. To the air, it's Mung. Right on the money. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Runs through a tackle. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Fires to the tight end. Chopped out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over. They almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. He's got him still on his feet. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? This drive facing a little adversity now. A 10-yard loss leaves him with 2nd and 20. Caught in the backfield is Luna. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. Pressure coming. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Wide open downfield. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He might want another play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Here's a heat. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your puppy dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen when you get sacked.
I don't know if you want to even risk this quarterback having to hold on to the football very much longer after watching that last play. This defense right now is pinning their ears back on this area of the field, and they are getting after him quick.
Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Lost to throw again. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense...
Taking it the other way. Past the 20. Touchdown, Gator. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it.